guys, time for another segment of December fun. So on the last video where I did the rag wreath, I told you that I would be back to do one that's made a little bit different. For this one, I am using a wire form. Now the one I'm actually making is smaller, but they do come in the different sizes, so you could easily make one this size. That would be perfect for like your front door. Want to do a quick update on the other one. So I found this, and so I thought that might be a possibility to decorate with instead of just a bow. I also found these snowflakes that that I'm pretty sure that I'm going to put on here. I liked those. Okay. So what you need for this wreath is a wire form, and again, flannel was the suggested material that I saw, but you can make it out of absolutely anything. I know somebody who's got one that was done from just some different cotton material. So you need something so that you can measure, okay? So I have this mat that I got that's for this type of thing. You can either use like the roller blade, which is real easy, which I started out with the pinking shears because I had seen that suggestion, so I started with that. With using the fleece, you also could just use regular scissors, so you don't really have to go buy anything. You don't have a mat, that's not a big deal. You just need something to measure. So if you've got a tape measure you can lay out, a ruler, a yardstick, whatever it is, you just need to be able to measure so that your pieces will all be uniform. And so I cut 7-inch strips, and that same size would also work on the bigger one, because where your the part of the form that that you're tying to is that part is the same, no matter whether it's a larger diameter or the smaller one. I did use the fleece again, and what I did was I bought just a couple of the scarves at Dollar Tree. So I've got $2 in the material here, and sometimes Dollar Tree has the forms, and so depending on what Dollar Tree you go to, locally we did not have any of these, and so I got this one at Hobby Lobby, and it was just a couple of dollars, so still not a great big expense. But if you can find one at Dollar Tree, a buck is always better. And then I'll have some stuff to decorate with. So I'm gonna flip my camera down to my work area so that you can see what I'm doing. And so what I did with the scarves is I cut them in 7-inch sections, okay? So this is 7 inches, and so I'm going to turn it sideways, and this will give me 10 strips. So I might need to get my guard off of there so it'll actually cut. just love this. It's so easy. And on the other one, when I did the squares, I did the same thing. I just cut, I did, because my board is an 18 by 12, that was the measurements that I used to be able to cut my 3-inch squares. Okay, so, whoops, not so good there, but it's okay, because if they're not all exactly the very same, you're not going to be able to tell. So just get all these separated. And as I said before, if you are using some kind of fabric, you want to make sure that it's a woven fabric so that you have your print on both sides. Okay, so we're just going to put this over here, and my pattern is I take the strip and I am getting the bottom two wires in here that I'm going to tie. Okay, and then I do the 2 outside. And then you just keep pushing them together, and then this time I'm doing the 2 inside. And so this will keep it full so that you do not have any gaps. And you just keep working them. It's great right now, all the videos and things that you can watch on how to do things, and just like I tell everyone with the cooking, you don't ever have to follow anything exact. You just take it and make it your own. We just keep tying. Just a few more to do. I actually find this very relaxing, and have watched, I've watched movies while I've worked on these. I've also just listened to some music, and it just goes really, I think it goes really fast. Few more, and you just want to basically just keep following your pattern, but if you were to kind of lose track of your pattern a little bit, that would be, it would all be okay. You just keep putting them on there until you get everything, get in all your spaces filled up. You don't want any big gaps or anything. And you can use, like, if you've got old shirts or whatever, that's still, like, the material itself is still good. You could cut up old shirts. You might have some scarves laying around. It does takes two to do this small one. So it would take, I'm not real sure, 3 or 4 probably to do that larger. I just hadn't quite got there yet on that one. I started with this one. And as we're finishing this up right here, it's we're down to, we're just gonna put I'm gonna put one just on this outside. Right here, and then we'll see in just a second. Okay, so to decorate, I've just got a couple of just some holly leaves and berries and pine cones. And I'm actually going to take a couple of my strips and tie these together. You could hot glue them on. You could use wire. You could hot glue them. You could hot glue them together. You could use wire to connect them. But I thought it would be kind of fun just to continue with using the strips since I still had some. And then I'm going to tie this onto my wreath. Now you could do a bow. You could buy a bow or and put on here, or you could make a bow. My bow making skills are not real good. I've got to work on that. I think I'm going to put one more of the strips on there to help hold that. If I can get one through. Just pushing these apart a little bit so I can get that to go through there. All right. So now I just want to turn it back down. Okay. All right. So there is our wreath, and I'm going to just turn this up now. Okay, so here we go. So, and you could add whatever type of decorations and things that you wanted. Kind of, a lot of the things that I have are really too big for these small wreaths. You could fix this on there and have a little Santa. Could just tie him on there. as I said, things are very picked over in the craft areas, so it's not so easy to find things right now. But there were these, they had these little sucker things at the Dollar Tree, and they had snowmen and Santa Claus. And I don't know that I would want to put it on there out of the package, but I had thought about even hiding the stick, of course, and then adding those. So just some different ideas of some things that you can do. And just keep watching for December fun. See you guys later. Bye.